Did you know that 70% of lottery winners go broke within 7 years? Or that there's literally a guy who threw away $500 million in Bitcoin because he forgot his password? What about the fact that there's a lottery winner who turned his backyard into a personal demolition derby just to crash expensive cars for fun? Today, we're counting down the 10 most absolutely ridiculous ways people became filthy rich and then spectacularly wasted every single penny. Number 10, Curtis Sharp, the casino king who treated Vegas like his personal piggy bank. Starting off our list with a man who proved that $5 million can disappear faster than you think. Curtis Sharp won his lottery jackpot in 1982 and immediately decided that casinos were basically just expensive entertainment centers designed specifically for him. This guy would roll up to Vegas and lose hundreds of thousands of dollars in single nights. We're talking about someone who treated blackjack tables like arcade games, except instead of tickets, he was feeding them his entire fortune. By the time he realized what was happening,
the jackpot started in the million.
His $5 million had evaporated faster than water in Death Valley. He went from millionaire to broke in just a few years, all because he couldn't resist the slot machines. Honestly, if you're going to gamble away millions, at least get some complimentary hotel stays out of it. Number 9, Lara and Roger Griffiths, the couple who literally set their money on fire. Coming in at number 9, we have a couple from the UK who won £2.76 million and managed to lose it all in the most ironic way possible. Lara and Roger Griffiths spent their jackpot on a $1 million house, expensive cars, and luxury trips. But then Roger became obsessed with expensive hobbies, and they started a music school that failed spectacularly.
It's going to take me a lot of work to rip those cupboards out, and I'll need to get a plaster in. But we could just go to a builder and say,
here's where it gets ridiculous. Their house burned down, and plot twist, they hadn't kept up with their insurance payments. They literally went from millionaires to living in a trailer park with Lara working as a cleaner. It's like the universe looked at their financial decisions and said, hold my beer. Number 8, Abraham Shakespeare, the lottery winner who got helped to death. Now we meet a man whose story proves that winning the lottery can be more dangerous than you think. Abraham Shakespeare won $30 million in Florida in 2009.
Look, Mama, it's all ours.
But being barely literate made him an easy target. Enter Dee Moore, who convinced him she could help manage his money. She systematically stole his entire fortune. And then, because apparently theft wasn't enough, she murdered him when he started asking questions. This man trusted someone who literally wrote his death sentence by stealing from him. Sometimes the real lottery curse isn't the money. It's the people who suddenly want to be your best friend. Number 7, the PT Cruiser Bandit, from millionaire to bank robber. Here's a story that sounds like it was written by someone having a fever dream about bad life choices. This lottery winner's ex-wife took half his jackpot, and he developed a heroin habit that cost him $1,000 a week. So what did he do when the money ran out? He started robbing banks. But here's the kicker. He used the same bright yellow PT Cruiser for multiple robberies. The FBI literally nicknamed him the PT Cruiser Bandit because he was driving possibly the worst getaway car in criminal history. He went from having millions to robbing banks in a car that screams, "Please arrest me." It's like choosing a foghorn as your stealth weapon. Number 6, Jack Whitaker, the $315 million strip club enthusiast. In 2002, Jack Whitaker won a staggering $315 million Powerball jackpot, the largest single-ticket win in U.S. history at the time. So what did he do with this life-changing fortune? He became famous for carrying around suitcases full of cash to strip clubs, where he was repeatedly robbed.
I think Jack maybe was trying to shower her with gifts and love and whatever.
This man literally carried $545,000 in cash in his car to go gambling and then acted shocked when thieves broke in and stole it. He also faced multiple lawsuits, family tragedies, and his granddaughter died of a drug overdose, partly funded by his money. He proved that sometimes winning the lottery is just the beginning of your problems. Honestly, if you're carrying $500,000 in cash to go gambling, maybe invest in a better security system first. Number 5, Ebie Roncoli, the secret gambler who got poisoned by her doctor husband. One of the more bizarre stories on our list involves a Canadian woman who won $5 million in 1991 and died in 2003, murdered by her own husband. Ebie Roncoli had been secretly gambling away their entire lottery fortune and owed massive debts to dangerous people. When her husband, Dr. Joseph Roncoli, found out, he poisoned her. So let me get this straight. She won the lottery, gambled it all away in secret, owed money to the mob, and then got murdered by her doctor husband when he discovered the truth. This is like a crime novel that's too ridiculous to publish. Number 4. Michael Carroll, the lotto lout and his backyard demolition derby. Michael Carroll won £9.7 million in the UK lottery at age 19 and immediately became famous for all the wrong reasons. He spent his money on drugs, alcohol, and prostitutes, but the crown jewel was converting his backyard into a personal demolition derby. This guy would buy expensive cars just to crash them in his backyard for entertainment. He also gave away thousands to strangers and bought gold jewelry for his dogs, all while wearing an electronic ankle monitor for various legal troubles. He literally bought luxury vehicles with the sole purpose of destroying them. It's like using $100 bills as napkins, except somehow even more wasteful. Number 3. Stefan Thomas, the man who can see but can't touch $700 million. Stefan Thomas owns 7,002 bitcoins worth approximately $700 million, but there's one tiny problem. He forgot the password to his encrypted hard drive.
I vaguely remember writing the password down, putting it somewhere safe. When I needed it, I was desperately searching for that everywhere.
He has tried everything, hypnosis, hiring hackers, even considering drilling into the drive. But he only has 2 attempts left before the drive permanently locks him out forever. This man is technically a multi-millionaire who can't buy a cup of coffee because he wrote his password on a piece of paper and lost it. He's probably the richest broke person in the world. Imagine explaining to your family that you're worth $700 million but can't afford dinner because you forgot your password. Number 2. James Howells, the man who threw away close to $1 billion. James Howells is an IT engineer from Wales who is now famous for having made the most expensive mistake in human history.
After an incident with a previous laptop, and I thought that I'd taken off everything I needed.
In 2013, he accidentally threw away a hard drive containing 8,000 bitcoins, now worth over $800 million. The drive is somewhere in a landfill, and despite offering the city millions to excavate, they've refused due to environmental concerns. He literally threw away $500 million in the trash and now spends his time trying to convince a city council to let him dig through garbage with excavators. This man has turned dumpster diving into a $500 million treasure hunt. Somewhere in that landfill is the most expensive piece of trash in history. Number 1. Vivian Nicholson, the woman who made wasting money an art form. And finally, we've reached peak financial stupidity with a woman who literally became famous for her 3-word financial plan. In 1961, Vivian Nicholson and her husband Keith won £152,319 on the football pools, equivalent to about $4.3 million today. When reporters asked what she planned to do with the money, she delivered the most honest and terrifying answer in lottery history. I'm going to spend. And boy, did she deliver on that promise. Vivian went on the most spectacular spending spree in British history. She bought luxury cars, designer clothes, expensive jewelry, and threw money around like confetti. She lived like a rock star, partied like there was no tomorrow, and spent money faster than most people could count it. But here's the kicker. She became so famous for wasting money that they made a musical about her called Spend, which won awards. This woman was so spectacularly bad with money that her financial disasters became entertainment for others. She went through 5 husbands, multiple bankruptcies, and ended up completely broke. She literally turned wasting millions into a career and became a cautionary tale that's still told 60 years later. Vivian Nicholson didn't just waste her fortune. She made wasting money into performance art. She's the patron saint of terrible financial decisions. And there you have it, the 10 most absolutely ridiculous ways people became rich and then spectacularly wasted every penny, proving that sometimes the biggest lottery win is just financial common sense. From lottery winners who turned their backyards into demolition derbies to the woman who literally made spend her life motto, these financial geniuses prove that sudden wealth without wisdom is just a really expensive way to learn life lessons. Which one of these financial disasters made you feel better about your own money management? Let me know in the comments. And if you know of any legendary wealth-wasting stories we missed, tell us. We might just make a part 2. If this video made you grateful for your current bank account balance, hit that like button, subscribe to Fact Shock, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss a moment of gloriously expensive stupidity. Thanks for watching, and remember, it's one thing to be broke. It's another to become famous for turning millions into the world's most expensive cautionary tale. See you in the next one.